God, it feels good to be a World Series champion. Doesn't it, though? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Millennial Man Cave. It's your boy, Jeff. World Series champion Jeff with his Toronto Blue Jays rebuild team here. You guys have spoken. I left it up to you guys in the last episode to see what exactly we were going to do. And how did you answer? Some of you said you want to see me continue the Blue Jays franchise. I'm listening to you. I'm going to keep this sucker going. It's my hometown team. I want to see how far I can take it. We're going to try and go the duration of the franchise and see how many World Series we can bring to the Blue Jays. For those of you who said do another team, surprise! I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to run 2 rebuild series at a time. So now we officially know my shortest time is 4 season turnover to win a World Series. I'm going to try other teams. I'm going to keep going through, and then for every other team, as soon as I win a World Series, I'm going to move on to a next one. So the Jays will stay consistent through the entirety, and then the other ones will only last until my first World Series. So, who's going to be my other World Series team? You're going to have to wait and find out. So do yourself a favor, and if you're not subscribed, go subscribe right now. Hit that notification button so you know when that next video drops. For this, for the next rebuild series, and the rebuild series to come, for the franchise mode with Chef Tom and I, for NHL, like, for all the stuff we're doing, road to the show, make sure you hit subscribe. And while you're at it, give this video a like. You know why? Changes had to be had after you win a World Series. You got to get better. You got to reward the team for what they did. So you see DeGrom still kicking around? Let's go take a look at this roster. Oh! Christian Yelich is now a Toronto Blue Jay. I'm going to break it down for you guys here. You're going to see the changes. So Jake DeGrom still holding strong here. Aaron Sanchez is officially gone. Tyler Beede is now a part of this franchise. Brandon Woodruff still kicking around. And Adbert Alzolay, now officially a Blue Jay as well. And of course, I'm going to give off to my young guys who played very well for us in the back end of last season. Sean Reed-Foley, Alex Wood is still going to kick around. And we got Zook, Medina, Baruki, Pearson, all kind of holding through from there. Looking at the relievers, Matt Bowman, Hunter Strickland, Trevor May, new to the team now. Carl Edwards Jr. still kicking around. Joe Biagini, Adam Liberatore, Yaziel Sierra, Ryan Tepera, Carlos Ramirez. Great depth that we see here. Going to our closers, Yes Osuna is still here for now. Andres Herrera still growing. Catchers, Leo Batista still here. Hessman still here. Easel still growing. It's a good situation to have. Looking at first base, yes, Jose Abreu is gone. New face here, Bobby Bradley. 25, 81, B potential. Just a little piece there of some great numbers. He's going to continue going with Rowdy Tellez here at first base. Looking at second base here, Greg Hayer, 86 guys overall. Great growth out of him. Lourdes Gurriel still here. John Bertie. You're going to see a couple of new names here. Toby Hebert. And some random guys who are kind of filling out this spot. Third base, Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's 23, now 86 overall. Officially going to be a part of this franchise long term. Otis Gaspar still holding strong. Gunnar Height pretty much jumping over Solarte now, who's slowly working his way down. But we will keep playing him for the time being until he's not doing well enough to make sense. Looking here at our shortstops, DeYoung, Bichette, hopefully he gets a full season this year. Yu-Ching Chang, new to this team, acquired in a trade. I'm hoping he can provide us some depth. In left field, you will see Hoskins, Yelich, Hazley, all probably going to be up in the show. I'm probably going to move Yelich out to right, or Hoskins. We'll see what the computer decides to do. Looking at center, Herrera still kicking around, Teoscar Hernandez as well. And then out in right field, we went out and acquired Gerardo Lozano, a potential prospect. And we still got Mariano Trejo. And we did a couple depth signings, as you remember from last season. What does this mean? Let's get through spring training right now. Let's see how the boys are going to do. We will come... Let's start to here for now. So a couple losses to get started. 2 for 4, 3 for 4, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, massive win streak, guys. Massive win streak. To kind of pick things up as we went along here. 15-7. Boom, 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 boom. 19-9. And that is the end of spring training. We're going to head off to the regular season. Let's go pick out those rosters. Optional waivers. Oh, no. No. That's not a good situation for us. So we could lose Sean Reed-Foley and Ryan Baruki due to the stupidity of our roster. Yikes. Let's hope not. So here we go. We're going to have DeGrom, Beatty, Woodruff, Alzolay, and Wood. And here's going to be our guys who hopefully are still going to be kicking around after this as our next in line. You'll see Walker Sterling working his way up slowly. Neil Rivera still kicking around. And Brian Lugo, new to our roster. Relief pitchers, looks like the right people are up here. Yasiel Sierra actually starting off in the minors, just due to the depth that we have. So, you know, this is what we're going to run up here. Osuna's going to kick it with us. Batista and Hessman, 100%. Hessman holding strong at 78, my brother. Bradley, 81. Tellez, 76. Greg Hayer is going to be up, of course. The guy's 84. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Jake Gatewood, who is going to be going down. Paul DeYoung, Bo Bichette, that makes sense. So Hasley, Hoskins, Yelich, Hernandez, Herrera. So we have 5 outfielders. So we're seeming to wait for some of these guys to clear waivers before we call up some more guys. So we'll run with what we have for now. As you guys like to see the rosters, here's what we're starting off with. So Yelich is our leadoff. Bichette, Hoskins, DeYoung, Tellez, Bradley, Hernandez. Vlad Jr. at 8 makes no sense, but whatever. And Batista. No DH. So, who came out of the lineup? Bradley. With left-handers, Hayer's going to start. Yelich, Hoskins, DeYoung Jr. at 5. This is a good problem to have. Herrera, Bradley, Hasley, and then left-hand pitcher, pretty much the same thing with, I think it's Bichette who's out of the lineup, or Tellez. So we're going to start the simulation process now. We're officially starting off with the Yankees. Let's try and get off here to the end of April. Should I stop simulating? No, I'm going to let that go. Baruchi's cleared waivers. That's fantastic news. And shows Sean Reed-Foley. That's great stuff. So let's go fix the roster now. Actually, no. AAA, I'm going to let it do on its own. Okay, this is actually going to play out on its own here. So we'll check the roster once this sim is done. But we are currently holding down at 12 and 9. So actually, I'm even going to sim through. Let's go to May. Let's get through May here. Let's see how the boys are doing. 14. The Twins are offering us a trade. Jake DeGrom for... Wow. Jake DeGrom for Noah Syndergaard and Jorge Polanco. That is one hell of a deal. Polanco, $3.84 million his final year. He's 28. Noah Syndergaard is 29, 93 overall. Do we bring Thor back to Toronto to finally play here? So $15.19 million. He is 33. But my lord, was DeGrom good for us last year. This seems like a hard one to pass up, guys. I mean, we're going to have Syndergaard locked down a little bit cheaper for 3 more years. He's 4 years younger, and he's better overall. You know what? We're going to pull the trigger on this. Noah Syndergaard is now a Blue Jay. I say my greatest thanks to Jake DeGrom for bringing us our first World Series, for being a phenomenal pitcher for us. But Thor is a Blue Jay. So he's here. Obviously, these numbers don't count for him. This is coming over from the Twins. Woodruff's having a great year. Alzolay looks pretty good. Beatty not looking great so far. And Alex Wood looks fantastic. So obviously, I like to see that these guys are still kicking around our roster. It would have been a shame to lose them. Our relievers. So apparently, Carlos Ramirez playing fantastic baseball again. Carl Edwards Jr., my lord, dude. I've had enough. You're going to go down to AAA. And Carlos Ramirez is getting added to the 40-man, and this man is getting the call up to the major leagues. He's been consistent for us for a while. Now's your time. So, Bowman 164, Strickland looking pretty good in his 2 innings. Ramirez officially up. May not looking great. Liberatore looking pretty good, and Biggini looking pretty good. So we still got Sierra kicking, and we still got Carl Edwards Jr. We'll keep an eye on them. Closers, Osuna coming back to some normalcy here, finally. Batista's on the DL. That's going to hurt us. But Hessman, 214, not great. That's a tough one. We'll let Hessman play it out. Bobby Bradley, 260 in his first season with us, looking pretty good. Rousey Tellez, 3 home runs, 273. I like that. Greg Hayer, 250 with a home run. So where's the meat of our team? Vlad Jr., 179. Not good. Bo Bichette. So Jorge Polanco now is a great little infielder for us. That'll help us out. batting .233 with 8 home runs. .264 for DeYoung. .211 for Bichette, who's starting a little slow here. Kristen Yelich, .347 with a home run. Rhys Hoskins, .267, 3 home runs. Adam Hasley not starting off well. .178. Teoscar Hernandez having a great year. .304, 4 home runs. He typically does slow down, so let's see if he can hold this through. .180 for Herrera. 3 home runs, and nobody from right field is currently up. So we will continue our sim right now. I don't want to change too much. Let's get through the month of May and go towards the first player draft. So we are under 500 here. Just picked back over. The White Sox are calling. Lourdes Gurriel and Rowdy Tellez for Carson Fulmer. That deal doesn't make sense to me. Those are 2 guys I want to keep on the roster for now. So I'm going to pass. Let's see if we can keep pulling up some dubs here. We lost to Boston. We took the Minnesota series. We swept Oakland. Sorry, 3 of 4 from Oakland. Lost to the Yankees. Took the Boston series. Okay, first year draft on the dot. We're 4 games over 500. So we should have the last pick here officially, considering we were the World Series champions, but we don't. We're at 22. Okay, so third base we're considered thin. Catcher we're considered thin, and right field. So I see a couple third basemen already. Ready at 2026 plus. It's a little bit ways away. Let's see what the numbers looking like. 55, 60, 55, not looking too good. 55s, 60s, I'm not sold. Leroy Lemieux. Numbers don't look horrible. He's a left-handed pitcher. 3 pitch though, which is not exactly an easy sell for me. Ryan Schaefer. Relief pitcher, 50 stamina, 80s. You know what? I like what I see from Schaefer. I'm going to go off the board. I'm going to take Schaefer. He seems like he could be ready very soon. Going off to round 2 here. Let's see what's kicking around for us. We have no picks in round 2. Probably some picks we had to get rid of based on some of our signees this past offseason. So our accuracy right now for these 80s is not looking good. But I don't want to start going too low. I'm actually going to go off the board again probably and pick somebody we can potentially look into. So Buckner should be ready soon. A couple of relievers looking to be ready early here. Kenny Katnick has some half-decent stamina. Another left-handed pitcher. How about the relievers? Buckner looks really good. Got some good long stamina there. So I might go off the board here. Yeah, I'm going to go a little long relief. David Buckner. Supposedly should be ready by next year. I mean, it may not work out. It might. Unfortunately, we didn't get really any good scouting for these guys that are kind of in this area. Some starting pitchers here who potential are 80, ready by 2023. We got a Henry Ramirez, looks really good, 18. Tommy Buxton, also looking pretty good, 21. And Victor Murillo. You know what? I like what I see from Henry Ramirez. So far, at least. Yeah, he seems like he might be the guy. Go with the younger piece. See if he's going to last it out. So let's hope that that's potential for us. That's going to pan out. Taking a look here to see what else we got going. So Tommy Buxton's still here. Buxton is still there. Seems like he could potentially be the best player available. 75, Jeff Hooks. Got great contacts. But looks like a pretty good hitter all around. I'll take Jeff Hooks. Go off the board here. Hopefully he pans out to be something half decent for us. Tommy Buxton just left to Miami. And what else we got going here? 2025, 2023, Robert Fukumori. Is a 70. So half decent contact hitter. Good plate discipline, good fielding. Who knows? Maybe we got the next Christian Yelich right there. I'm going to give him a go. And that ends the first player draft. Let's go see what these kids are looking like. Okay, so again, not the greatest draft at all whatsoever. Ryan Schaefer is a 67, see potential. We'll sign him for the minors. Go looking at David Buckner, see potential 62, 77 potential. Again, could fill out the minors, we'll take him. We got some guys that are old down there. Henry Ramirez, C's a 66, 79. Again, fill out that minor leagues. Jeff Hooks, C potential. He's actually a pretty good utility player. I'll give him a go. And then, unfortunately, Fukumori, not something I want to invest my time in. Got a great beard, though. And we are 29 and 25. Let's take a look and see how our guys are doing right now. So, Syndergaard, 7-1, 3.42 is cold. Beatty, 2-4. Dropped his ERA, so he's coming around. Alizai, not getting the wins, but ERA is respectable. Woodruff, 4-2, 3.21, looking respectable. And Alex Wood, 4-0. Good stuff, buddy. Relief pitchers, Bowman's looking great. Strickland looking great. May's ERA is a little high, but he's got 4-3 for his wins. Joe Biagini looking half decent at 2.41. And, ooh, Carlos Ramirez not looking good for us right now. And Adam Liberatore looking even worse. Do we have... So who's our lefties? Is Liberatore our only lefty? Yes, he is. So he's a tough one to see dwindling down here. 5.92. Potentially maybe something we look to replace here because he is 34. Closing pitcher Osuna, ERA is getting back up there, not liking that. Batista's still on the DL. 1 to 6 more days of the shoulder tear, but a 282 average. Hessman jumping up here, 80 overall, 294. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. First baseman Bradley, 261, 5 home runs. Can't ask for more than that. Rowdy Tellez, average dropping off the table, but still bringing 4 home runs. Greg Hayer back up with 273 to 3 jacks. Gurriel killing it in the minors right now. Maybe worth a look to bring up. Vlad Jr., 218, 5 home runs. Come on, man. Polanco, 215, 15 home runs. Showing some phenomenal power, but horrible average. DeYoung, 253, 7 jacks. Bo Bichette, 222, 2 home runs. We may have to look to make a change here. We may have to look. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from this roster right now. Yelich looking great, 303, 6 jacks. Hoskins, 8 home runs, 297. Hasley, 277, but his overall is coming back up. Teoscar still playing well, 297, 9 home runs. Dubal, 242, 3 home runs. And, of course, nobody's up here. So, do we want to potentially look into some changes here, guys? Gurriel is starting to play really well in the minors. He's hot right now. We're not seeing some great play right now from Bo Bichette, unfortunately. And he's probably not getting the playing time, having Polanco and DeYoung up. Okay, you know what, guys? Let me hop on to go take a look for some trades. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so we officially have a deal here. This one took a little time to search. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give up some pieces here to make this deal happen, but let me throw my reasoning at you. So, Liberatore is older. He's at that 34 age group. Jorge Polanco we just acquired in the trade as a piece that we got Syndergaard for. Polanco is someone right now who's going to take minutes away from Bo Bichette, and Bichette's a guy that we want to grow. We also got DeYoung, who's under longer contract. He's cheaper, and Polanco's a final year, going to ask for big cash. Liberatore coming flip off the books at 2.8, and Gunnar Height, who basically was a throw-in third baseman. I think we drafted him or signed him, or potentially part of a trade. I mean, he's final year as well. He's almost 30, see potential. I'm looking at Dan Norris here, a great lefty to replace Liberatore. Former starter, locked up long-term here, 3 years at 4.85, which is very respectable. And I'm throwing in a great prospect here from the Tigers as shortstop. Kevin Maitan, 22B, 74. Looks like he could be like a Cuban defector or something. 6'2", got great size. Numbers are on the up and up when he plays short and third. And he's a switch hitter. I think it's a great deal for us. I'm going to pull the trigger right now. And I think this one definitely will go a long way for us. And sending out Polanco to the Tigers there, they can figure that one out. Let me take one more quick look, see if there's any of the deals that make sense for us here, and then we'll get back into some simming action. 1 second. Alright guys, so there was nothing left. I'm going to continue here through the rosters, make sure all the right guys are up. Our starting pitchers are good. Dan Norris is up, looking good. Osuna's there. Batista, Bradley. Bingo looks good here. Vlad Jr.'s up. We don't have a backup third baseman or a backup second baseman, but DeYoung does play both of those positions, and Bo Bichette can flip the second. So we should be able to work this piece out based on what we have called up. Greg Hayer pretty much will hold down second base. We could look up to call up Gurriel potentially, but we do have the 5 outfielders called up right now, and they all seem to be pretty half decent besides Hasley, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Perhaps we might send Hasley down and maybe give Gaspar, Solarte, or Gurriel a call up. Gaspar does play first as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But it looks like all the right guys are up. The pieces are in place. Let's go start simming here. We are 7.5 games back of the Red Sox. We're 38-19 this year. Absolutely killing it. So let's sim up to the All-Star break. Let's see where this takes us. We have 26 men. Okay, so somebody's back. Somebody's back. And I'm going to guess it is probably our catcher. Yep, Leo Batista back on the roster. So who do we have that's over? Who am I not seeing here? How many relievers do we have up? 6? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 only. Nobody's down here that started playing like crap. First baseman looks okay. We don't have any extras here. Kevin Mighton's up. You, sir, are supposed to be down in Double-A, my friend. Go get your reps in Double-A. That's going to do the trick now. Let's move on here. Looks like Chris Archer going to be up in one of our games. Let's see if the boys can get back in the W column here. I'm liking some wins there. 37 and 28. We lost series to Baltimore. Oh, now the Nationals are calling. This is like Trade Central. Mel Byer and Yaziel Sierra for Adam Eaton. Is Adam Eaton not like 35 right now? 33. How does this deal make sense for us? Go away. Bit of a losing streak. Only 3 games over 500. So that's not great news. We've been pretty much swept the last 2 weeks. Getting back in some W column. The Marlins are calling Walker Sterling for Brian Anderson. No. I got Vlad Jr. I don't need your Brian Anderson. We just slapped the Angels 10-2. Another victory there. We took Washington. Let's go, boys. Back in the W column strong here. We're not going to stop. Nope, I don't care about the All-Star games for our youngins. Does not matter to me. We will not stop there. We will not stop for this either. The boys are picking up games and wins right now. I don't care to stop. Let me keep it rolling here. So let's sim through to the next. Oh, now the Reds are calling. Bobby Bradley for Wandy Peralta. So let's see who this is. Wandy. Whoo! A left-hander out of the pen who's 30, 88 overall. Playing some great baseball this year. And Nelly Rodriguez, first baseman, who's a C74. And they're asking for Bobby Bradley, who is our starting first baseman. Are these guys nuts? No. We'll pass. Thank you. I do appreciate the offer. Reliever was something that we looked to upgrade, especially for a lefty position. But I am not going to turn my back on the guys that we acquired here. Today's trade deadline. Would you like to stop simulating? Yes, we will. Let's go take a look to where we sit. We are 7 games over 500 at the deadline. Boston's continuing to destroy. They're 25 games over 500. We are 9 games back of Boston, 8 games back of the Yankees. And we're kind of holding through in the 3 spot, like the typical AL East. Let's go take a look to see what the roster situation is looking like, how our guys are playing. So Syndergaard has officially hit the DL. He was 9-5. Fractured foot. He should be back in a few weeks. We got to call somebody up here. So let's get Sean Reed Foley. Call him up to the majors. He's got to take that spot for Syndergaard. BD at 6-5. His ERA is at 4. Azolai 8-10 at a 4. 75 Woodruff 4.4. And Alex Wood having still a great year. 8-3, 3.48. Respectable numbers there. Look at our relievers. So everybody's pretty well holding. 3.13, 208, 5.45 for May. So that's going to be potentially a bit of a problem for us. 2.97, 2.5, 4.59 for Ramirez now. Excuse me. I think potentially we may look to call Carl Edwards Jr. back up. I think I'm also going to move on from Trevor May. So that might be one deal we'll pull off. Look at our closer. As soon as numbers just keep increasing for me, I'm not loving it. Batista's numbers looking pretty good. Hessman holding strong for the 20-year-old 78C potential. Bobby Bradley having a great year. 10 home runs, 263. Brady Tellez, 12 home runs, brought his average back up. Hayer, 308, 9 home runs, is playing phenomenal baseball. Gurriel's having a good season in the AAA right now. Vlad Jr. starting to pick his way back up. 12 home runs, 241 average. Gaspar playing 22 home runs, 291 average in the minors. This guy plays first too. He might be worth a look. Solarte having a great season in the minors right now. I hate that he's not called up. DeYoung 274, 11 home runs. Bo Bichette finally starting to make his way. 246, 4 home runs. Out to the outfield, 282, 10 jacks. 279, 22 home runs. 247, 8 home runs. So I'm going to call up an extra infielder. Hasley, I'm going to send down to AAA. Hernandez, 318, 17 home runs. Great season. 245 and 6. So we're going to send him back down. I think we got to call up somebody either from Gurriel or Gaspar. You know what? It's going to be Solarte. 100%. He plays a little bit everywhere. He's a switch hitter. He's my guy. Solarte comes back up. We send the other guy back down. And then we'll deal with what we have to when we get there when Syndergaard comes back. Let me go take a look to see if I can find some trades here, guys. And I will be right back. All right, guys, I found a quick deal here. So Trevor May is going to be flipped with Taylor Guerreri, he's 29. He's never going to make the show. And John Bertie, another older player from us from second base. And we're going to get reliever Jose Torres. He's 28, B potential, 86 overall. Locked up for 2 more years at $2.5 million. Another lefty out of the pen, which is never a bad case to have. Showing some great numbers for his ERA. He's a guy we want to lock it down. Boom, deal with the Padres, complete. Trevor May is going to head over, and we will get our piece coming back the other way. I feel like that's all I want to make right now. I want to see how this team runs through. I truly believe these guys can continue the success that we saw last season. So we're going to get back into the sim action now. Let's go to the end of August. Yeah, we can auto-fix that. But now the Rockies are calling. Paul Kirby for Peter Lambert. Okay, so who is Peter Lambert? And is he worth my time? 24B, 69. Right-handed pitcher. And we're looking, he wants Paul Kirby, who is 22B61, and Kirby's kind of slow developer. Potential dropping. So you know what? I'm going to flip this deal. I'm going to take the pitching prospect. Kirby potentially was not going to make the roster. It looks like his potential is even dropping. So I'll take that. Hopefully this pitcher can start helping us out in the minors. We're 7 games over 500 right now. The boys need to pick up some wins this month if we are to make anything happen here. And right now, we're picking up some key losses against some divisional rivals, and that's not going to help. So we're 7 games over heading into September. Big wins there. Come on. We only take 1 from Detroit. AAA made the postseason. I love that. The Fisher Cats made the postseason. Love that even more. Keep rolling down there, boys. We took the Boston series. AAA got kicked out. The Fisher Cats are moving on in AA. That's what I like to see. Took the Detroit series, and we're continuing to push here, guys. We could make a wildcard spot and make some noise again. Woo! Fisher Cats, let's get it. A couple wins there against Houston. So we're only 6 games over 500. Do we even have potential? Do we even have potential to make it past here? 11.5 games behind the Yankees, who overtook Boston. How about the wildcard? We're 4.5 games back, guys. I do not think we are unfortunately going to make the playoffs this year. That Cinderella story from last year, not looking like it is going to be repeated this year. 84 and 78, we're over 500 again, but unfortunately, the guys from our division did take off. We could not keep up with them this year, and that's going to end this season. We're going to sim through the postseason here. Let's see who takes the championship. The Cubs take out the White Sox. Well, it seems like it is time to get back into an off-season, guys. Let's take a quick peek here to see who's winning the awards for this past year. So National League MVP, Ian Happ batted 500. That's some great numbers. Most valuable player for the National League. That's not us. Here we go. Matt Olson, most valuable player in the American League. Cy Young, Franklin Perez, Gene Segura won the batting title. Reliever of the Year award went to Paul Sewald. Rookie of the Year went to Sam Carlson. Hank Aaron to Trout again. Gabriel Yanoa won the Gold Glove. Blake Swihart, Chris Davis, Yohan Moncada, Matt Chapman, Willie Castro, Giancarlo Stanton, Corey Ray, Aaron Judge, Mark Cottrell, Mitch Garver, Matt Olson, Shoop, Devers, Lindor, Judge, Trout, Giancarlo, MVP, Tim Anderson for the White Sox. So no hardware for us this season. How did our guys finish? Let's take one last look. Or not. You don't want to show us. It's not very nice. I want to show the MMC family exactly what we're looking at for our stats here, buddy. Let's go back. We go from here. Toggle stats. I don't want career. Season. Showing 0. Because we weren't in the postseason. I get it. So 13 and 6 for Syndergaard. BD 9 and 8 for 18. Alzolay 9 and 16. So he had a rough outing towards the back end of the season. 4-2-5, 4 and 4 for Sean Reed Foley, and Woodruff 4-4-1. Alex Wood 13 and 5. Had a great year. So I'm surprised that his overall went down. I'm not gonna go crazy with the rest of this, guys. We did lose out on some here, but look at the numbers. Batista did go up. Bradley and Tellez held well. Hayer went up. Vlad Jr. went up. Did you at least pick it up towards the back end, Vladdy? 240, 19 home runs. Not the average I'd like to see, but we'll monitor it. 262 for Solarte when he came up. That's not bad. Bichette jumped up a little bit. 264, 11 home runs. DeYoung, how'd you do? 268, 19. I'll take that all day. Kevin Mighton jumped to a 77. That is great news for us. Yelich, how'd you do, my friend? 17 home runs, 20 stolen bases, 293 average. Fantastic. Hoskins finished on the DL with a torn labrum. Oof. 26 jacks, 284. That was good. Hasley, we kept in the minors. Hernandez finished the season at 84, 284, 25 home runs. I'll take that all day. Odubel Herrera, 264, 7 jacks. And that pretty much sums it up. So there you have it, guys. Those are the numbers. We're going to send to the offseason here. Third base coach needs to be replaced. I will get to these in the offseason and surprise you guys. Overall, Wilkinson, his ability has gone. He was 22. I can't imagine you lose your ability at that age. But what do I know? Any big names here? Shane Green's gone. Michael Saunders. Robinson Cano. Mr. Gunning catch with PEDs. Hazel Baker. Mark Melanson finally going. How old were you? Like 40s? 38 only. Okay. Javi Guerra. Adam Eaton. Brian Harper. Oh, I thought I saw Bryce Harper. I was like, that would have been a story. Herschel Ward. Corey Rasmus. Joey Votto finally retiring at 39 years of age. Had a half-decent season still, kicking at that older age. Tim Tebow said bye-bye. Never played a game in the majors at 35. Drew Storen finally gone. Yep, no more names there. That's the end of that. Cano and Votto getting inducted. Do the PEDs not make Cano not go in there anymore? I don't really know. There's our 2 exclusive free agents we got to get signing off the bat here, guys. So I'll let you see that. But this is where I leave you. It's the end of the 5th season for the Blue Jays. Obviously, we got dialed back here a little bit. We made some choices to really go with the younger guys. And I'm going to have to reassess this offseason, look at our pitching situation again, and maybe look to make some deals going into season number 6. We want to get back on the winning track. I don't like that we didn't make the playoffs after winning the World Series. But let's be honest, last year was a true Cinderella story for your boys. So, smash that like button, guys, if you're enjoying the series still. We're going to take this one right to the end. Let's see how many World Series I can win with these Toronto Blue Jays. I'm loving it. It's been really fun. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Turn notifications on so you know when the next content's going to drop. The next rebuild series you're going to see is going to be the new team that I'm going to be doing double duty with. 2 GMs at the same time. Going to be great. And of course, leave the fire comments. As you guys know below, in the descriptions, all of our social media pages, go follow. You'll see promo codes for Clutch Chairz and Insane Labs, who are our partners. Great stuff. And Redbubble store available to you guys. Go check it out. I can't speak enough about how great they are. And if you do grab some stuff, send it to us. We're going to post you with it on our social media page. Showing you some love. Big hearts for you. Love you guys. Much appreciated for all the support, guys. You guys are amazing. This is the end of Blue Jays Season 5. It's time to rebuild again. Hopefully get back in the playoffs next season. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Keep rebuilding. Keep rebuilding.